So let's see today's lovely recipe of jelly and custard cups. Now first we're going to set the jelly, which happens really quickly. Now all I've done is I've taken the jelly packet, and that they have two powders, and you just have to mix these powders really well. And then I'm using half a liter of 500 ml of water. Now one powder is, depending on the flavor you've taken, so I'm using raspberry. I've just mixed the powders really well. Now I'm going to add half a liter of water to a pan, and I'm going to bring this to a gentle boil, and then I'm going to add this powder mix to the pan. Look at the beautiful color. Immediately the water gets a beautiful color, and you're just going to stir the powder really well because you want it to get nicely mixed up with the water. And then you're just going to stir this for about 2 to 3 minutes till the mixture thickens. And then I'm just going to transfer them into these little glasses, or you can even use bowls. And then we're just going to refrigerate this for about half an hour or even 15 minutes. The jelly gets set very fast. So you can refrigerate this for 15 minutes or for half an hour. Basically, we just want the jelly to be nice and set so we can pour the custard on top of it. And now we're going to make the custard. So for that, again, I've taken a packet of custard and I'm going to be using 2.5 tablespoons of custard powder. To that, I'm going to be adding 125 ml of milk, and I'm going to stir it in well till we get a nice smooth paste. Now I'm using the vanilla flavor of custard. That goes really well with, if you're using raspberry jelly or strawberry jelly. My jelly, I'm using the raspberry flavor. Now I'm going to add 375 milliliters of milk, and I'm going to add 50 grams or 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar to the milk, and I'm going to stir this really well and bring it to a gentle boil. So see that all of the sugar really gets nicely dissolved in the milk. And now I'm going to add this custard powder and milk paste that we just prepared to this, and we're going to keep stirring till the mixture thickens. Now it thickens really fast. Within about 2 to 3 minutes, your mixture will be really thick, and it will start coating the sides of your spoon or spatula. That means it's ready, so you can turn off the heat. See, it actually coats the sides of the spoon. And now we're first going to check whether the jelly is set. So you can see that the jelly is nice and set. And so now we're just going to pour this custard on top of the jelly. Please ensure that your jelly is set, otherwise the custard will go right through the jelly and you won't get this lovely, jelly and custard look that we're going for. So now just pour this on top of the jelly. And once that is done, just going to tap the tray a bit so that it evens out everything. And I've just put the glasses in this small little tray. That way they all, you can put it in your refrigerator very easily. And now I'm going to refrigerate this for 30 minutes till the custard sets nicely. And after 30 minutes, I'm just going to garnish this with some lovely chopped almonds. You can use pistachios or cashew nuts just to make it look a little more festive and pretty. And that's it, friends. Your lovely jelly and custard cups are all ready to enjoy, and they are best when they are really nice and chill. So leave them in your refrigerator for at least an hour or two, and when they're nice and chill, you can just enjoy this beautiful dessert. And they, you just scoop it up like this, so you get the jelly and the custard together. It's really amazing. So for today's recipe, you're going to need about 40 Marie biscuits, 200 grams of condensed milk, 200 ml of fresh cream, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Now I'm going to begin by breaking the Marie biscuits into smaller bits. And I'm just going to crush it up to a very fine powder. Now you could do this in a mixer too. So you got to get this, sand-like consistency. This is what we're looking for. Because this is also called sawdust pudding, so it should look like sawdust or sand. Now I'm going to start whisking the fresh cream for about 10 minutes. You don't want, stiff peaks or anything. We just want it to whisk it for about 10 minutes. Now I'm going to add the vanilla essence and again give it a good whisk so that the cream and the vanilla essence, gets really well blended. Now I'm going to add the condensed milk. Now I do have a recipe for homemade condensed milk. I'll leave it in the description box below. You can go and check it out. Now again, whisk everything nicely together for at least another 5 minutes. Now I'm going to pour this mixture into a jar which has got a small little pouch. So that way, it's easier for me to pour it into these glasses. Now you can take glasses of any size. And we're going to first make a layer of the biscuit that we've crushed. Then we're going to pour this mixture. Then we're going to put the biscuits, the crumbs, and then repeat the process with every alternating layer. Now, one tip I'd like to give you here is every time you pour the mixture that we prepare, that is the condensed milk, just put it into your freezer for about 10 minutes and then put the biscuit mixture. That way the biscuit mixture will actually stay on top of the condensed milk mixture and it won't get mixed up. So that's a small little tip here, that you just put it into the freezer for about 5 or 10 minutes till it sets. And then you're just going to refrigerate it till you're ready to serve it. And your Serra Dura pudding or sawdust pudding is all ready. So I hope you like this recipe. Do give it a try. So let's see the chinagrass recipe. Now here I have a packet of instant chinagrass powder, about 100 grams. You can use any brand. This is the vanilla flavor. And this is half a liter of milk. That is 500 ml. Now I'm going to boil this milk on a low to medium flame. And once the milk starts to boil, you're going to add this chinagrass powder and you're going to mix it really well till all of the powder dissolves in the milk. This should take you about 5 minutes and you will, the milk starts to thicken almost instantly. So keep stirring till everything dissolves. And after that, just pour them into small bowls like this. Or if you want, you can put it into one big bowl. And now we just have to refrigerate this for 10 minutes. So this is a real good recipe if you have a surprise guest, or you just want to make something really quick. And it's all ready. Now all you have to do is just garnish it with some chopped up nuts. Now I'm using chopped up almonds. And you can keep it in the refrigerator, and when you're ready to serve it, just serve it. It's so delicious and it gets ready so quickly. So let's make this instant jelly, which is so much of fun and it's so delicious. So to a bowl, I'm going to add the instant jelly mix powder. Now you get 2 powders in a packet. One depends on the flavor. So I'm going for the strawberry flavor. And the other is just a white powder. So you mix the 2 of them together really well. Now you can use any brand of jelly mix powder. Mix the powder very well. It's very important that all of the white gets nicely mixed with whatever flavor you're using. In this case, it's strawberry. So mix it well till there are no big lumps in it. Now to a pan, I'm going to be adding about 200 ml of water. So turn the heat on to a medium to high, and let the water come to a gentle boil. Once it does start to boil a little, just add this jelly mix powder, and using a whisk, just mix it in really well, stirring continuously. So you don't want any lumps in this liquid. You want a very smooth kind of liquid. So keep stirring it. And then using a spatula, just keep stirring for another 5 minutes till it starts to thicken up. After 5 minutes, stir the heat off, and you're going to pour this mixture into a jelly mold. Now, if you don't have a jelly mold, you can even pour it into small glasses, or even a silicone mold, the cupcake molds. You can even use that. You can get creative with it. And let the mixture first come to room temperature before you refrigerate it. Now I also have a recipe where I've made little cups of jelly with custard. I'll leave a link to that below. You can click on it and you can make that too. That's a lovely combination, jelly and custard together. And now we're going to refrigerate this for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And immediately you'll see that it solidifies like this. Just demold it by running a knife through the mold and just overturn it on a plate, and your jelly is all ready. Wasn't that quick? I mean, in this summer, to have this with some lovely custard or ice cream is a real treat. So do try out this recipe, guys. It's super simple and it's really satisfying too. So I'll catch you in my next video. This is Akshata signing off. Bye. Let's see today's delicious vanilla pudding, which is eggless with no gelatin and no agar-agar powder. So now in a pot, I'm going to be adding 3 cups of milk. I've turned the flame on between low to medium. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar, that is regular sugar. You don't need to add powdered sugar, just regular granular sugar. And now I'm going to add 6 tablespoons of corn flour. Next, I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. And now using a whisk, I'm just going to mix everything really well together so that there is no lumps in this mixture. So with the help of a whisk, or if you don't have a whisk, you can also use a fork. But just, mix everything so that there are no lumps. And once everything is nicely mixed together, you can use a spatula or a wooden spatula and just stir the liquid for at least a whole 5 minutes on a low to medium flame. And exactly after 5 minutes, you'll see that the mixture has thickened up. And the way to see that it's, test that it's done, just take another spoon and just draw a line on the back of your spatula and you'll get a clear cut line like this. So that means your mixture is ready. We just have to add 2 more ingredients. So since this is a vanilla pudding, we have to add vanilla. So you can add vanilla extract or essence. So I'm using essence. So I'll go with 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And just to make this a little more flavorsome, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. That makes this really smooth and delicious. And once you add the butter, just mix everything well, turn off the heat, and ensure that everything is nicely mixed in. So with a whisk or with a spatula, stir the mixture really well till all of the butter and the vanilla essence really mixes in nicely. So bring everything together and mix it up really, really well. Now this vanilla pudding can be had nice and warm, or you can have it chilled also. So I prefer having it chilled. So I'm just going to pour this into some nice bowls. Now this is not like the coconut pudding that I had put up some days ago. This doesn't set in such a way that you can demold it. But this is very light and soft. You can just have it directly from the bowl. So this cannot be, it doesn't harden up to the consistency of which you can demold it. So this is more like a pudding or a custard where you need to have it out of the bowl itself. I will leave a link to my coconut pudding as well, which is made out of fresh coconut. And then with a spoon, just smoothen this out a little bit. And you can have it right now nice and warm. But like I said, I like to refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes. So I put it into my refrigerator, and after waiting patiently for 30 minutes, my vanilla pudding is all ready. And I like to just add a little bit of, choco chips. If you have white choco chips, you can add that, or dark choco chips. Since chocolate and vanilla are a real great combination, or you can just have it just by itself. So that's your vanilla pudding all ready. I hope you like this recipe. It's super simple and it doesn't have any gelatin or agar-agar powder or eggs or anything. So, and it gets ready also pretty quickly. So do give this recipe a try and do let me know in the comment section how you like this recipe. I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshatas signing off. Bye. See today's delicious eggless coffee mousse. Now here I've taken 1 tablespoon of coffee powder, which is instant coffee powder. To that I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of hot water in total. So this is about 1.5 tablespoon. Just mix it very well till all of the coffee dissolves. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. This will really bring out the the taste and the flavor of the coffee even more. And now I'm going to add the remaining half a tablespoon and just smoothen this mixture. Just mix it really well till the coffee powder and the cocoa powder really get mixed well together. Now here I have half a cup of whipping cream. You can use fresh cream too. And I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And you can adjust the sugar according to your taste. You can add more or you can add less. And now we're going to whisk this cream till it gets really nice and gets nice soft peaks. And now we're going to add our coffee powder and cocoa powder mixture to it. And again mix everything well together. Now we want this mixture to have these nice soft peaks like you can see. Now with whipping cream, it happens even faster than with fresh cream. So, you can use either of the two. And once that is done, you're just going to fill it up into small little glasses like this. And just wipe off all the excess. So you get a nice clean finish. Now this recipe was requested by my very close friend Meghna Pense. I hope this is helpful to you, Meghna. Thank you so much for the request. I hope you do try it out. Let me know how you like it. And now I'm just going to put it into a small little tray that it remains all together. And I'm going to put it in my refrigerator for 30 minutes to set. Now after 30 minutes, it's all nice and set. Now what I'm going to do is I've taken 4 tablespoons of a chocolate cookie. You can take any one. I've taken Oreo, I've taken out the cream, and I've just powdered the biscuit. And here I have just 1 tablespoon of coffee powder. I'm going to mix the two together really, really well. Now, some people like to put a dollop of whipping cream on top also as a garnish, but then it becomes too much of cream and it becomes a little too heavy. So I thought, why not make it a little different by adding, coffee powder and chocolate, powdered chocolate cookies as a mixture on the top. And then you can see that it's nice and set. If it hasn't set, then just keep it for a little longer. It has to be really nice and firm. And then I'm just going to decorate it with a little bit of this powdered chocolate, cookies mixture with the coffee. You can decorate it any way you want. You can put a nice big dollop of whipping cream. And then I'm just going to smoothen it out like this. If it's for small kids, you can even add some choco chips on top or, a little bit of chocolate sprinkles. You can be really creative with this. And then you're going to keep it in your refrigerator till it's time to serve, it's time to eat. So smoothen it out like this. So this doesn't have any gelatin, this doesn't have any egg, no, any other kind of corn flour or anything. It's just plain and simple. So that's it, guys. And now let's just dig in and see how the texture is. So I'm going to just take a nice big spoonful of it. And you can see that it's nice and fluffy and light. And when you bite into it, you get this lovely, soft, fluffy mousse with this lovely powdered chocolate with coffee. So do try out this recipe and let me know in the comment section how you liked it. And I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. So friends, let's start with today's light, refreshing coconut pudding. Now here I've taken 1.5 cup of fresh grated coconut and I'm going to put this into my mixer jar. Now one tip would be to use fresh coconut, not the one which is stored in the refrigerator. It just makes a difference with the taste. And half a cup of warm water. And you're going to grind this to a nice smooth paste. And then you're just going to sift it or sieve it and press it down gently so that you get all the coconut milk out. Now we're looking for the thick coconut milk like this. So just keep squeezing out all of the coconut milk and you'll get this dry kind of leftover coconut. Now this comes to 1.5 cup of coconut milk. So if you want to use the ready-made coconut milk powder, you should use 1.5 cup. Now here I have 2 tablespoons of rice flour. I'm just going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the coconut milk to the rice flour and just keep it aside for a minute. And I'm also going to be using 2 tablespoons of corn flour. So I'm going to be adding about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the coconut milk also. And we're going to stir this and make a nice slurry out of it. We're doing this because we don't want any lumps in our mixture. So I've added about 3 to 4 tablespoons just till you get a nice thin, smooth mixture. And once you get a nice thin smooth mixture, you can also use a whisk to ensure there are no lumps. Just add it back to the coconut milk. Do the same with the rice flour. Now we're not going to be using any gelatin or anything. So we're going to be just thickening this coconut milk with our rice flour and corn flour. Now just mix everything nicely, see that there are no lumps. And now we're going to put it on a low to medium flame. Keep stirring. Now we're going to add about 1/4 cup of sugar. You can adjust the sugar, the sweetness according to your taste. You can add more or you can add less. And now just keep stirring this for exactly 5 minutes on a low to medium flame. And you will see that it instantly starts to thicken. And now turn the flame off and with the residue heat, keep stirring it. Now I'm using these silicone cupcake holders, but you can use any, even glass bowl or, any mold that you have at home. And you're just going to pour this into all of these molds. And you're now going to just refrigerate this for exactly 30 minutes. This will set after 30 minutes. So you don't need to put it in the deep freeze, just put it in a regular refrigerator for exactly 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes of waiting patiently, you'll see that it has nicely set. Now these silicone molds, if you have them, use them because they're really easy to demold. Like you will see, I'm doing it now. So now that these have set completely after 30 minutes, I'm just going to use small plates and you'll see how easily the silicone mold comes out. Just lift it like this and it's nice and clean and nothing is there on it. And it's nice and wobbly and I can't wait to dig into this lovely coconut pudding. It reminds me of my childhood days when my Nana used to make this for us in Goa. Of course, she used to use, soak the rice and then grind the rice flour and then add it. But this is a instant and quicker way of making it. And I'm just going to decorate it with some sliced almonds since I had some almonds at home. But you can put pistachios, you can put chopped cashew nuts. The choice is yours. I say that you must try this recipe during the summer because it's so light and so refreshing. And you must have this chilled. So you can see that it has set so quickly and it is really refreshing and light and delicious. So for those of you who love coconut, this is an easy way of making some lovely coconut dessert and just slice into it and enjoy it. So I hope you liked today's recipe. I hope you give this a try. Do let me know in the comment section of how your lovely coconut pudding turned out. and if you like this video, then don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I've got more than 800 recipes on my channel, so go and check it out. I'll leave a link to my channel below. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of Akshata's recipes. I really appreciate it, and thank you. And I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata signing off. Take care, guys. Bye.